Good afternoon, everyone. So today I will discuss to you one of the essay of Mrs. Kirima Pulutan Tubera entitled After the Season. First, let me share to you the background of the author. Kirima Pulutan Tubera, born in Hulusulu. She was Christine Putli Kirima. Her father was an army colonel and her mother taught home economics. Due to her father's frequent transfer in assignment, she lived in various places and studied in public schools of Pangasinan, Tarlac, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, and Rizal. Kirima Pulutan Tobero was a Filipino fiction writer, essayist, and journalist. Some of her stories were published under the pseudonym Patricia S. Torres. You know the holidays are over when you begin serving dried fish and salted eggs. A reaction to the met-glutted days of December and a measure to bail you out of debt. Hopefully, you expect the children to take quickly to boiled kamote tops and eggplant salad. But even the dog turns up its nose at the table scraps you're feeded, wondering why you can't give it ham bone every day. Christmas has gone and not once did you feel like Christmas or think of Christ, the cause of it all. As you shuffle between supermarket and pawn shop, stopping at Baclaran sidewalks to pick up a ton of plastic monstrosities, paying for a toy that one you would be discarded in an hour. That was the last thing a children deserved for Christmas that would have been an utter insult to receive or give and simpler Christmas of one's life. One thought how perfectly the gift symbolized the season, cheap, tawdry, and meaningless. Human avarice is never more marked than at Christmas, and it is a paradox that the man who started it all didn't have more than one dirty diaper to his name. Perhaps if Christ had elected to be worn properly in an air-conditioned room with monogram bedsheets and a private nurse, it might still be possible to salvage something of the spirit of the season. But because he chose the manger with its sheep and cattle, we couldn't live well enough alone. Mankind couldn't stand the goat dung of the Christmas scene. It had to sweep it out, and the flesh, too, then unable to resist the compulsion to redo Christmas. We both in a gold and glitter, and that's all we have left of Christmas. Christmas is any orgy of eating and drinking, and the only concession to Christianity we allow is the old toy we give away, the cultics drive, the bundle of used clothing we send to the orphanage, the cake of 100 that come our way we send to the nearby squatter area. Gestures calculated to blunt our greed. We don't stay in church longer than we can help it half an hour. Just long enough to remind whoever's up there to be on the ball and now not be a killjoy and watch over us while we stuff ourselves vomiting with lechon and pala. We wrestled with hangovers and thick waistlines afterwards, and we put off as long as we can confronting the hills. The ladies go to the sauna baths or resume their hula lessons. The men go to the Y gym to swim or play handball. And if you were so foolish as to have given a Christmas party, you try and blot from memory of the picture of your husband stealing a kiss from your best friend. And behind refrigerator yet, it was Hegren's warmest place in the house. The story shows how Christmas is somehow simply an excuse to spend money they have on things they don't need and to do it all under the guise of observing a religious holiday. In some ways, there is a great deal of irony associated with Christmas. Our society still regards Christmas as a very religious day, And many people who rarely, if ever, go to church will make a point to attend some kind of religious service in connection with the holiday. But nowhere has God instructed us to celebrate the birth of Jesus on an annual basis. The irony is that millions of people will erroneously think that they are doing something that pleases God by entering into celebration which He has not commanded. Another irony is that people tend to forget and sustain the what we call spirit of Christmas. During the bare months, most Christians would ponder on their deeds and tend to change because they think that it is very necessary for the upcoming celebration. After January, people tend to go back to their old habits and deeds. Thank you for listening. God bless us always and stay safe. This is Mary Jane Kotamora, your discussant for today.